My name is Adrian Robinson, and my fiance got out September the 23rd, 2021. He got out, got his ID, his social security card, and got him a job. And I've been dealing with Miles of Freedom since 2013, and I love his service. So we will be getting in contact with Miles of Freedom pretty soon, so we can meet up Mr. Miles. The service is really good. Mr. Miles always talk to me and give me encouragement. My godmother used to ride his van. That's how I ended up knowing to ride the van. My fiance was at Michael Unit before he got transferred. So I've been dealing with him since 6 years until he got transferred. We stop by, get something to eat, going and coming back. We take restroom breaks. So when our visit's up, everybody can head back to Dallas. So right before we head back to Dallas, we stop by either Sonic or Taco Bell. Oh, I love riding the van. I love riding the van. Every time, I don't miss now and day going down there to visit. So I really love it. Like, I refer some more people to come to Mr. Miles, to go to Michael, Cofield, Beto Unit. But I just thank God that my fiance got out. He did what he's supposed to do. He go report on Fridays. He have a job. So.
My name is Jeff Roden. Previously incarcerated for over 20 years. Now I'm a foreman at one of the largest aluminum extrusion companies in Dallas. I'm also a street minister, work with a ministry that we feed and help clothe the homeless here in South Dallas. Happily married, doing well. So hope to me is something special. Hope to me is a battle of things that we can't attain, because I remember a time when I was in a place where there was no hope. I felt like I had no hope, that there was nothing bigger for me. All I was a number. To find something to fight for, to find something to believe in, to find something that was bigger than the scope of where I was and where I could come from is amazing to me. And hope became everything when before hope meant nothing. Hope is a very spiritual thing to me. To help me achieve and become and to fight for something greater than just myself, than just the wants of the day, the needs of the day. That's what hope means to me. Miles of Freedom. So as I left my incarceration, I came to a halfway house here in Dallas and heard about a place that would allow me to maybe get some clothes, maybe find a job, maybe learn how to do some things. You know, you hear a lot of things, you have to test out the waters. So I began to go to Miles of Freedom. They gave me a caseworker who then challenged me to be everything that I told him I wanted to be. He challenged me to be that and more. Miles of Freedom did give me my first set of clothes out here. They did teach me how to use a cell phone. They gave me my first email address. They gave me hope. They gave me things to look for, to see. Even when I didn't have a bus pass, they gave me a bus pass. Miles of Freedom became family. Miles of Freedom became more than just an organization. They would call me when they didn't see me for 2 weeks. They would begin to check up on me. As my future became what my hopes had planned, they would just call to check in to say hi, or I would drop in on them to say hi. Miles of Freedom became family to me. They're a big part of everything that has been accomplished in my life today.
My name is Tyrone Day, native Dallas, Texas. Pretty much came in encounter with Miles of Freedom once I got out of my incarceration. Introduced by Miles of Freedom, which is a personal friend of mine. I was introduced through his company once I got out and followed him in prison. I actually, Christina Hashler was one who's an advocate for my innocence, as well as other guys. She introduced me to Miles of Freedom, and when I came to Miles of Freedom, there was a thing that I had the ambition, I had the willpower, and I had goals set to go in and try to accomplish what I need to accomplish. Find it interesting when I got there, they equipped me with all the necessary means to be able to do that. And ever since then, I pretty much got all the resources from Miles of Freedom. I used those resources to obtain the goals that I had set forth for myself. With that being said, right now today, I'm pretty much settled and happy to say that I'm glad that I busted door down going to Miles of Freedom, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Actually, right now, I still use devices from Miles of Freedom that I was taught by Richard and Tavi and some of the other teams, Henry Seafer, what have you. I ran the lawn service for Miles of Freedom for about 2 years. I acquired my own lawn service, which I still have that lawn service and another lawn service. And I'm farm director and manager of Restorative Farms, which I'm a co-founder now. It's an everyday thing to get out, doing what I was taught at Miles of Freedom, to quench the thirst with my goals and ambitions, however. It's a journey after 26 years, and I've done time with Richard and some of the guys that's in here. Well, I reflect back on some of the things that I wanted to accomplish and thought it was hard to accomplish. But when I got to Miles of Freedom, it was a thing that I always used to say, each one teach one. And I found that the hope that I really wanted was a blessing. It's not always just about the hope, but the hopes turn into blessings. And I acquired those blessings, and I stuck to that hope. You know, that hope is just like blessings to me. Those blessings, they come down on me tremendously as I carried out my life. I met my wife. I got in tune with some family members. I was able to get in tune with resources that Richard had sent me to, the Tavi had sent me to. I tapped into those. I've acquired a lot since I've been a part of Miles of Freedom and been able to walk and get out on my own and do some things. Where I am today, I'm happy to say that Miles of Freedom was a part of that pushed me on to where I'm at now. With that being said, you know, your goals and the ambition and the desire to do the right thing, you have to have it within the heart. And pretty much that's what they teach you, because once you come to the doors of Miles of Freedom, you really don't have an excuse not to be successful, because they give you all the necessary means and they equip you and they build the bridge and the gap to allow you to be successful and do what you want to do. But I had it in my heart to do what I wanted to do. But there's always been a thing they call ambition, and that's what I always had. Pretty much what hope means to me, and I'm a spiritual person, you know, I really can say that hope, it accommodates the blessings, right? So when you say hope, that's something that you pray for. It's you know, you can't take one from the other when you say hope, because when you hope for something, you asking for something. And it's not, I don't believe in wishing for something. You asking for something. You know, you're giving what you call a request or a quest for something. And that's the hope, that hope and blessings to me, they accommodate each other. So when I say hope, that means it's like I'm crying out and I'm asking God to give me guidance, you know, to give me the ambition, and to also humble me and give me the tranquility to be able to do what I need to do. You know, because when you say you have a hope, there's no boundaries, there's no guidelines, there's no negativity, there's no, trials and tribulations that can hold you back when it comes to hope. And that's what I had to learn on coming out of incarceration. I had to have that, quest from God, begging and questioning for guidance. And I found that at Miles of Freedom. You know, so hope, it means the world to me, but the blessings from God do as well.
My name is Benjamin Spencer. I was born and raised in Dallas back in 1987, March of 87, 26th of 87. I was arrested of a crime I didn't commit, went to prison, spent nearly 34 years of my life on Cofield Unit, which is where I met Richard Miles in the barber shop. I was cutting his hair, and we began to engage in conversation about our cases and our perspectives on our cases. And that's where our friendship began to develop. I introduced him to an organization called Centurion Ministries, which took his case as well as mine and led to his release and exoneration. And shortly after his exoneration, he started what is now today Miles of Freedom. Miles of Freedom has done some great things in this city as far as those who have been incarcerated and trying to help them. So I'm just here to help them celebrate in the success that they've had. What does hope mean to me? What hope means to me is opportunity, a chance to succeed. And I think that's one of the things that Miles of Freedom has worked on trying to do aimlessly, you know, trying to help those who are coming back out into society, to help reacclimate them with freedom as well as resources so that they succeed, to give them hope in this world that seemingly there seems to be very little of it. Miles of Freedom has been, tremendous in the things that they've done. To begin with, once Richard started Miles of Freedom, he started what was known as busing family to prisons in the northern region. And my mother, she didn't have any transportation, so she used to ride on the bus to come down to visit me on the Miles of Freedom van. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who have utilized their bus shuttle program, you know, so that's a great thing. That's one of the things they've done for me. Since I've been released, they've tried to help me in any way that they can. I mean, they're always calling me, asking me, is there anything I need that they can help me with? You know, they're just there for those who need help, you know. I know that they can't help everybody, but they at least give it a shot at trying to help those that they can, you know. And I'm sure they need the resources as well as the manpower to do the things that they really want to do. So, I mean, they've been tremendous in helping me in the way that they can, you know. So that's why I'm here, to try to help them in any way that I can to, again, help them to celebrate in their success, and hopefully in succeeding further into the future, into the things that they want to do, the goals that they have to help those who are in need of help. because there's a lot of men who are coming out of prison, as well as women, who are gonna need, someone to support them, to, give them that push and that aim and that direction to move forward, because it's to come out into society, and not have anyone there or no foundation to help you, that can be hard, and that's that's setting them up for failure. So Miles of Freedom is really doing some things to try to help the person realize that they can succeed, that they too can gain in and join in that hope that they can provide to them. So that's a great thing that Miles of Freedom is doing today.